conversation between two xenoculturalists 8 months after first contact with humans. There's something strange about these humans, laws. Laws kef, so you keep saying, dem. I know, but I mean I found a specific thing that's strange about them. So there's another specific strange thing. Humans are strange. We've already established that. No, I mean I think I found the strange thing that explains all the other strange things. Oh, well, yeah. That would be something. Is it something we can publish? Maybe. Can I run it by you? Go. Okay. First, the one thing they brag about all the time. Capsaicin. Yeah. You've heard the joke, what did the human say to the apex predator that was about to eat him? Careful, I just ate some food with capsaicin in it. Yeah, they're always warning us about how their food contains capsaicin, as if it might be toxic to us. I've had their food. It's pretty good. But not harmful to us, right? Humans go out of their way to warn us about capsaicin in their food. Some of them think it's funny. But most of them are serious about it, like they're warning us to prevent, like, a diplomatic incident. So why do they warn us? Do their dogs have a reaction to it? Other animals on Earth? Maybe, I don't know. But what I found out is, it causes a reaction in them too. In humans. Like, it's toxic to them. No, it doesn't do any damage, just some inflammation. In very high doses, the inflammation itself causes issues, but there's no direct toxicity. It works by binding to certain receptors and lowering their sensitivity to heat. So if a human eats something with capsaicin in it, their mouth feels like it's burning. But it's not actually burning. Why do they put it in their food then? Exactly. So that's Exhibit A. But we'll get back to it. There's video 2. Okay. Exhibit B. Okay, you heard about the PAX run last month. That race the human won. It set a new record for the 11-kilometer race by a few minutes or something. Translators note, time and distance units in the original have been converted to Earth equivalent. It would have broken the record by a lot more, but it showed up to the race 90 minutes late. Wait, what? So it ran 11 kilometers in less than an hour. 11 kilometers in less than an hour. Stars. Is it like a super athlete or something? No, that's the thing. It's not an athlete. It was part of the human diplomatic corps. It registered a couple days before the race, basically on a whim. Get this, their fastest runners could do it in half the time. Half? You're joking. No, seriously. I have video of this too. But humans aren't, like, strong or anything. They're kind of puny. It turns out they are actually built for running. They regularly have races much longer than the PAX run. They evolved as persistence hunters. But there's more to it than that. How so? They're not that much stronger or more well built for running than us, or, say, the Frin. But they're way faster, at least over longer distances. And they have races far longer than we would ever imagine. Physiology alone can't account for that. So you figured out what accounts for the performance gap? I think so. And it has something to do with eating capsaicin and simulating fire in their mouths. Well, not directly. Let's move on to Exhibit C. This had better be going somewhere, damn. It is, laws. Trust me. Alright. Exhibit C is their reproductive practices. What about them? They do some strange things when it comes to reproduction. Well, every species has different ways of attracting mates. No, this is after they've attracted each other. You know that they derive pleasure from the reproductive act itself. Sure. An interesting adaptation, to be sure, but there are a few other conclave species that do the same thing. The coval. Yes, but do you know about the lengths they'll go to in order to enhance that pleasure? No, it's hard enough just to get one of them to describe the process at all. Many of the ones I've talked to seem to be ashamed of it. Yeah, nobody would go into detail with me, either. Until one of them told me where I could get a hold of some videographic research material. Oh, one of the scientists. No, it was one of the students that worked for the scientists. A young adult female. She sent me to a node on their computer network where humans can access videos of other humans performing their sex act. They watch each other to learn the best reproductive technique. No, for pleasure, remember. They aren't always doing this to reproduce. Oh right. Still, not that unusual. But you need to see this video. Here, look at my datapad. Stars, they're ugly. Interesting uniform though. It exposes the very parts they usually keep covered. What is it holding? That, my good laws, is an instrument of torture. See what it's doing? That one's a female. The one tied to the metal frame on the bed is a male. But wait, he's tied up. Is he being held prisoner? He's being tortured. No, eventually in the video, they actually do their sex thing. It's in like 20 minutes. This is called foreplay. It looks awful. But it's not awful for them. Look, he just smiled a bit. Here, I'll turn on the captioning. She's calling him her slave. Look, damn, this is something we should tell their authorities about. No, laws, I was actually told very specifically not to share this video by the female. The female in the video. You met her. Damn. She's the student that told me about it. I met the male too. He's fine, laws, I assure you. He's another student. He freely told me that this is something they participate in mutually. I followed the isolation protocols too, just to make sure he wasn't under duress. But he's clearly in pain. Ah, you've got it, laws. That's the key. Pain is the key. Yep. That's why they put capsaicin in their food. Because it hurts. Because they derive pleasure from pain. It wasn't until I saw this video that I figured it out. Look, the male is aroused. What possible use is there for deriving pleasure from pain? How would a neural reaction like that survive natural selection? You got me, laws. But it explains so much about the humans, right? Well, it explains why they put a chemical in their food that makes them think their mouths are on fire. You said you have a video of that too. Yeah, I'll bring it up. No, let the torture video play. I want to see how that whole performance plays out. Here, bring it up on my datapad. Okay, let me just. Okay, look, this one just ate something called a Carolina Reaper. He's crying. Or wait, is he laughing? That's right. A little of both, actually. So his eyes and nose have this flushing response, dumping stars know what all over his hideous face. But he likes it. I don't know the exact mechanism, but look at him. He's almost having a religious experience. Like that double rainbow guy. Even more than that. Is there any sexual response? Not that I can tell. Unless they put the capsaicin right on their genitals. We can find a video of that maybe. Well, wait though, what does this have to do with their running and breaking century-old galactic records? Oh right. That was a little harder to link up. Okay, We're done with mucus face. Here's a video of one of their 42.2 kilometer races. 42.2 kilometers. On just their legs. I know, it's crazy. We're just looking at the end here. Now, these aren't elite runners. This is someone who does this for recreation. As a hobby. Is he bleeding? They bleed red, right? Yes, from his vestigial mammaries. They're mostly non-functional in the males. Oh, the mammaries, so it's sexually arousing for him to bleed from there. No, my understanding is that this is purely painful for them. No joy in it at all. Then why are you showing me? I just thought it was funny. Here's another one. Okay, this one is clearly hurting, right? Look at its face. Agony. Definitely struggling. Muscle fatigue in the legs. Right, but keep watching. Let me fast forward a bit, okay? Same human here. This is later in the race. Yes. Are you sure? It looks much better here, like it was. This is a male, right? He has a grin on his face here. Kind of zoning out, but his legs look stronger. Yeah, this is later in the race. He's experiencing something called runner's high. It occasionally happens, from what I was reading, when a runner pushes beyond their normal limits. So the pain from the muscles. They build up lactic acid when they're not getting enough oxygen to the muscles. And that causes them pleasure. No, the lactic acid causes the pain. It's something else that causes the pleasure. Or not so much causes pleasure, as it causes them to be able to ignore the pain. Wow, that would give them quite an advantage. Right, but here's the key. Okay, fast forwarding, same runner, now finished. Look, bent over, clearly hurting, right? Right. Now watch as he stands up. He's smiling, laughing, crying. Like mucus face. Just like mucus face. Look, that same wash of mixed emotions displayed on his face, just without nearly as much actual mucus. That's the key to their running. They either ignore or draw strength from the pain. And that's why they can go so much farther and faster than anyone else when it's coupled with their runner physiology. Very powerful adaptation. And what about the torture ceremony? Well, let's see how far along they are. Oh. What? Oh. Sorry. That's not mucus, by the way. They really are disgusting creatures, aren't they? Author's account and link to original text is in the description.